Hey guys, welcome to Prince of Peace Tarot. I'm Justin, and today I'll be doing a reading for those of you with Sagittarius placements in your chart. So if you have Sagittarius anywhere within your chart, this reading could resonate. And if it does, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. Okay guys, so before I jump into your spread, let's say a prayer. Infinite Creator, Olodumare, to my higher self, my Ori, Eshu, Obatala, to the Agum Marine Laye, Holy Spirit, Spirit Guides, to my benevolent ancestors, known and unknown, Florine Williams, Norman Williams, Exius Willie, thank you for allowing me to source the most accurate reading for those with Sagittarius placements in their chart. All right, guys, let's get into your reading. This is a 3-card spread, including the top and bottom of the deck. I have your Orisha Tarot out here to clarify. Let's run through your cards. First position, you have the 2 of Pentacles, clarified by Undines and Mermaids in reverse. Okay. Second position, you have the Queen of Pentacles, clarified by Salamanders or the King of Wands. Third position, you have the 10 of Wands, clarified by the Guardian Angel or Temperance. Top of the deck, you have Page of Wands, clarified by the 2 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, you have 8 of Wands. Got a lot of wands. A lot. All right, 8 of Wands, clarified by Shango in reverse, or Justice in the reverse. All right, guys, let's get into this reading. I'm picking up a couple energies. I'm picking up something concerning parents, Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands, okay? I'm picking up something about relationships, divinity, definitely relationships again, rushing, definite rushing. It's the types of people you could be attracting right now. And it's funny that this message came out, because usually I'll say this, when I get a lot of minor arcana and things like that, it's more about feelings and thoughts. So this reading is more about feeling and thought. The one major arcana you have is Justice, which is your relationships. Like, okay, so there's no planet to predict. So this is more about something that you guys are feeling and has to do with your relationships. For some of you, it's the relationships with your children. For others of you, it's the relationships that you choose. And the underlying thing that has to do with both are your parents, okay? So you guys could be thinking about this because of the holiday. Like yesterday, it may have come up, or leading up to the holiday, or even now, you could be wondering why. Okay, something may have happened where you're wondering, how did I get here? Why do I feel this way? Why am I going in this direction? Now, the first thing is for those of you who are undecided about a relationship that's in your energy now or trying to be formed. You have 2 of Pentacles, Undines, and Mermaids. And I think some of you all are feeling like, I'm picking up a sexual energy from this person, or this person is bringing out more of a sexual energy for me than I would want to have starting a relationship, okay? 2 of Pentacles, Undines, and Mermaids. That's what's going on with that. This person is a little too sexed. For some of you, they may have like incubus, succubus kind of energy, because we're picking up that marine spirit again, you know, with the mermaid, all right? And it's in reverse. It's not meant to be in the upright. So that's the thing. It's like, do I go this way? Like, am I really going to go this way with him or her? What kind of energies are they bringing out of me, kind of thing? And the reason why you keep attracting these kinds of people have to do with your parents. We got a mother and a father, but take the descriptions as they resonate, okay? Because with Capricorn energy, you may have had a controlling mother or father. With King of Wands energy, you may have had a parent who did not provide enough structure. Okay, so this is what I'm feeling, which has caused a burden for you as an angel. This has caused some kind of burden for you as an angel. Yeah, definitely chosen one energy, because when we're dealing with 10 of Wands, this is Saturn and Sagittarius. Yeah, some form of obstacle. Okay, so with the King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, with this King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, you are dealing with a parent who, for some of you, next to the 10 of Wands, they created a big obstacle. they put a lot of pressure onto you. All right. Either in your childhood, and I'm going to say this too, for those of you who have children, I may be talking about your parents, but you could be doing this to your child. So take it as it resonates and, glean from it what you can. But I'm just going to speak of it right now. It's just you in the past. But for some of you, for a good chunk of you, this is actually happening between you and your children now. I asked and that's what they said. So, okay. But you could have had a parent that created some form of big obstacle. They were too domineering. And that could go in a bunch of ways, y'all. You could be domineering by controlling the money, controlling what else? What activities you could do. Okay, y'all may have had a very controlling parent around like where you can and cannot go, the type of fun that you could have. You may have had like good cop, bad cop parents, or if you grew up in a single family household, take whichever one resonates with you. Then you have this other energy of this King of Wands, which is a popularity energy. Now, whether the person was controlling or not, some of you may have had parents where everybody thought they were great. Like, I wish I had a parent like yours. Your mom is so cool. What are you talking about? Like that kind of thing. And your sort of internal response was, you don't know her. You only see this version of him or her. If you lived here, you would know what I'm talking about, kind of thing. That's the kind of parent you may have had. There's this other feeling of the lack of structure. You could have had a parent where with King of Wands energy, they more so cared about their endeavors and the things that they had going. Like, forget about what you guys are doing. I'm doing this, so we're all doing this. We're all doing this. Everybody's got to be on board. I think I want to go ahead and move to Alaska. We're moving to Alaska, kids. Yeah, we're going here. We're going, like, it's that kind of energy where it's like, damn, like, we need more structure. We can't just do every little thing, or they try to push you to do the things they like to do. King of Wands also, like with that popularity thing, is you felt like you had to live up to something. Okay, live up to a social standard that this parent had, right? Because some of them may have found faults in you and tried to control every little thing you did, and others found no fault, but maybe should have. Like notice the things that you needed help on, the places where you need a structure. This is why you have it both ways, where someone could have given no structure and someone was giving way too much structure because they were being controlling. Okay? Give me a second. Some of your parents were way too forceful. Way too forceful. Like they didn't give you an option. You didn't have an option or a choice. So in that, because you didn't have an option or a choice, or because you lacked a certain amount of structure, this is what's causing you to choose the wrong partner, right? You're either choosing a partner out of rebellion, okay, or you're choosing the type of partner that you didn't have growing up. So if your parent was too rebellious, you could be choosing too controlling. You could be choosing a partner that matches your rebellion energy. Okay, here with that Undines, Mermaids in reverse. Or you could, if your parents didn't provide you enough structure, you could be getting a partner that tries to control you because they feel like you're looking for someone to do that. You need control. You need some form of structure. I'll give that to you. But then for both, I want to tell you, like, there's some kind of sexual undertone element here. Some kind of sexual undertone where whether or not the person is super controlling or super carefree, it starts off in a sexual way. Whichever way it goes, maybe that could be one of the things y'all agree on. Okay, give me a sec. Some of y'all parents, especially the ones where it was a little bit worse, it almost seems like they got away with what they were doing. Blocking you for all those years, but that's not going to be the case for long. You have to reconcile this before this messes something up for you in the future. See, with the Ten of Wands, it's whatever has been so overbearing, whatever block you've had in your life, as a 10, it will end. As a 10, it will end. But these wands can either fall in front of you, or you could throw them back. You could throw them over your shoulder and let it go. But if they fall in front of you, you're going to stumble over all those wands. You have to be the one to choose. See, when you are dealing with 10 of wands, okay, this is kingship. And this is why sometimes the heaviness of what you feel you have to do within your purpose, or why you had so many obstacles growing up, or why your relationships are so tumultuous, is because of the angelic energy you possess. Some of your parents were literal obstacles for a reason, either through karma or on purpose, like the Matrix, okay? It's just trying to burden an angel. A lot of their issues, they poured into you. See, in Malkuth, all right, okay? 10 of Wands represents, I believe it's Atziluth in Malkuth or something like that, okay? It represents kingship and kingdoms. So you're meant to lord over something. And when you are a king or a queen of, the castle, we know that, with that crown comes a burden. And some of those burdens are the burden of our purpose and the burdens of our predecessors, what they poured into us, how to get over it. The reason why you have to get over it is because on the tree of life, Malkuth sits far at the bottom, right? And in that area is where you are most separate from the divine, but in that area is where you reconcile things in order to reconnect to the divine, okay? Where you can reconnect to the divine. This is why we have an angel here. But if you decide not to do that, you will stay within your false sense of perception of being separate from divinity. You will see, because here, even though you guys are tired or saying like, I've had all these obstacles, all you all have a lot of life in you. You still have life. You still have purpose. Like, you have a lot of will and drive. It's right here with the Page of Wands, 2 of Wands, right? I don't care what you've been through. You have extreme power. So if you don't reconnect to your divinity, you will connect your purpose to shallow things. Okay, that's what the 10 of Wands is saying. And sometimes it's a shallow purpose, or it's a shallow partner. 2 of Pentacles, Undines, and Mermaids. This is why you feel so undecided. This is why you feel like it seems so easy to be with this person, but yet not, or they're bringing up too many issues that I'm having from my childhood. They're reminding me of things that, I need to get over. So these are the kinds of obstacles that some of you all are going through. And you're noticing that it's coming from my parents. It's coming from the way I was raised or brought up. But remember, see, when we get into 10 of Wands, that's oppression. And you don't want to be oppressed by your own ambition, okay? Oppressed by your own ambition. Seeking results, or it's really 10 of Wands is like the lust for results. Like, I gotta make a lot of money with this, or I gotta be seen in a really good light. Like, everybody has to think of me as a popular type person, or whatever the case may be. And this could be reasons why some of you aren't starting channels, or giving up on channels, and channels could be like things on social media, or things that you find to be your craft, skill, or ability. Maybe because you feel like everybody else is not into it, so why am I doing this? You know what it reminds me of on this show, Southern Charm on Bravo? I can't remember the dude's name, but he liked to make pillows, and his girlfriend didn't like that he made pillows, and his friends would make fun of him about making these decorative pillows. But now I believe he owns his own store, pillow store, everything's all going good. Like, he has a successful business, and it's just like, oh, you're a man and you decorate pillows, but it's like, so what? Like, I'm a successful business owner. So it's that thing where you may feel oppressed about what it is you want to do because you're worried about not living up to some other fantasy idea or rebellious thing you feel like you have to be opposite of how you were raised. See, because at the top and bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Wands, 2 of Wands. You're moving too fast. Even here, 8 of Wands, Shango, y'all moving too fast. And it's usually in partnerships or relationships, love relationships. Not thinking, getting too excited, not pausing. These two are not pausing at all. You're just so determined to have what you want that you may end up having the wands fall right in front of you, and then you start to stumble. Okay? We don't need any more delays. We don't need any more delays. So if you notice, like, I'm tired of choosing people who cause nothing but delays in my life, or I'm tired of feeling like I'm not connected. I know I have a higher purpose, but I just feel so disconnected. It's because you haven't reconciled the way you were raised, either with too much structure, not enough structure, a parent who basically made everything about them. If you had your parent, this parent made everything about them, and could have made you labor. This kind of, my mother had this kind of issue with her father. My grandfather owned his own business, and he made all of his children, all 17 of them, work at that business, and it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all. So some of you could have grown up like that, where, like I say, your parent had an endeavor and you all had to be a part of it, or they just didn't. They let you do whatever you want, but they never focused in on how special you were. If you had a talent or a skill, they just didn't pay attention, whether on purpose or just because they were too wrapped up in themselves. Okay. But with the Ten of Wands, there is a feeling of like I felt taken advantage of in some kind of way. All right, give me a second. Granted, now your parents may have gone through this too. So for those of you who have children, if you know you're a helicopter parent, stop. Give your child a choice. Look at your child the way they truly are. And if you're not dealing with that with your own child, look at you for who you truly are. All right? And understand that a lot of what I'm pushing for, especially when it comes to relationships and the types of people that I'm dating, is because of them. It's because of how I was raised. And guys, if you don't, you'll just keep doing it. You will. It's the truth, So that's what I got for you. Because it seems like that's what is going on. And the funny thing is, I know not for all of you, because I know some of y'all going to be in the comments, there's nobody around. Hey, this is not your reading. But there's someone out there going too fast. It's already started. Because I've already told you guys from some of the Uranus energy that keeps coming up is that you will get into relationships quickly that will end quickly. But I think some of you all think that that's not going to be the case. It's not going to end quickly. You'll hold on to something a lot longer because you won't let it go because it should end. And you will have the Ten of Wands fall in front of you. Now, how this Ten of Wands falls may be different from the way the Ten of Wands fell in previous relationships. Honestly, I tell you guys, you can only take so much. You can only take so much. So if this one really hurts or ends up being a really big disaster, you got to pause and figure out, what am I running from? What in my childhood is blocked? What did I think? Because we try not to put blame like that on our parents. Oh, they did the best they could. And yes, our parents, for some of them, did the best that they could. But at the same time, it's the part where they didn't do the best that's actually affecting me now. And I need to be honest about that. Doesn't mean you got to hate them for it. You could, or you don't have to. But it all depends on the honesty of the situation. All right? For you to reconcile that. That's what I got for you. Okay? Because that's what's here. Don't rush. No need to rush. So if the reading resonates, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. If you want to book a personal reading, the link to book is in the description box below. All right, guys. See you.